Front Range Baseball Network, Game 2 of a doubleheader in Arvada, pitch 1 of Game 2. Strike on the inside part of the plate. Starting pitcher in Game 2 for Diamond Club, Colin Neibauer. Lefty on the bump. Mac Dossie drawing double duty today behind the dish. Dossie catching Game 1 and back in there for Game 2 for Diamond Club. Leadoff batter, Colton Wren, same spot he was in last game. Fouls that down the line inside the field fence, but foul down the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tapper. Good job attacking that and then threw it wide. Runner's going to take off for 2 on a throwing error from pitcher. The tapper back to Colin Neibauer. He pounced on it and got it on a good hop. He went and got it and made it a better glove play, but then might have rushed the throw a little. Colton Wren. E1 reaches.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 11, Kyle Miller.
Kyle Miller DHing in Game 2. Miller DH'd in Game 1 in the number 3 spot in the order. Went 0 for 4. He taps this at the plate. Bunt foul. Shoe tie for Colin Neibauer. Lefty Neibauer pitches at Lamar Community College, his collegiate opportunity. Pitch in from the lefty is fouled away, ticks off the glove of Dossie behind the plate. Wren takes the lead at second base. Miller hits this to the gap. That's down and bounces a couple hops to the fence. Trades places. Error followed by a double from Miller, and Spradley Collegians have the top of the first lead, 1-0 over Diamond Club.
Now batting the first baseman, number 10, Easton Turner.
Starting pitcher, Colin Neibauer, Lamar Community College. This past season, Lamar ended up 24-34 overall, 12-16 in conference. Lamar, Colorado, extreme southeastern corner of the state. Easton Turner, the first baseman, is in. Turner closed Game 1 today on the mound, struck out the side to hold the 4-2 lead in the bottom of the 7th. Turner didn't pitch this year collegiately. He wanted to swing it at Mesa. Came on in that closer role with Spradley needing some more arms for the summer schedule. Quickly 2 strikes against Easton Turner. Colin Neibauer was a freshman at Lamar this season. He pitches wide. Or number 13 for the Lopes in Lamar. Wearing 17 here for Diamond Club in the summer. 14 appearances in his freshman year for Neibauer. Gets a breaking pitch strikeout. Turner goes down for the first out. Kyle Cordo, the number 4 batter, coming to the plate.
Now batting the center fielder, number
14 appearances in his freshman year, 24 2/3 innings pitched. for Colin Neibauer. Kyle Cordo with Kyle Miller out at second. Strike. Cordo thought about it, held back, and left that outer edge strike alone. Lefty flashes a little inside move. Fouled out of play. Cordo in game one today never recorded an out at the plate, was never put out by the Diamond Club pitching and defense. 3-2 count to Cordo with one away. 2 singles, a hit by pitch, and a walk for Kyle in the 4-2 win for Spradley. Neibauer breaks one through the zone, sweeping toward the righty and strikes him out. Back-to-back Ks for Colin Neibauer. Willie Wilson plays third base defensively. He's going to hit that to the right side. That will land fair and skip into foul ground as a fair ball, and that'll score a run. Willie Wilson base hit, RBI. Brings Kyle Miller around. 2 runs in for Spradley Collegians. In game one, Diamond Club scored 2 in the first and never scored again. Losing 4-2 in 7 innings. There are only 2 tallies for Diamond Club in the first, and now Spradley, after they didn't score until the 6th inning of game one, they scored 3 in the 6th and 1 in the 7th to win 4-2. They get on the board. This is 3 consecutive innings of offense now that Spradley's put runs on the board going back to last game. Joey Cardinal striking a ball. Pick over to first. Runner scrambles back. Wilson down and safe. The way the skies looked earlier today with the pick throw is wide, leaping and knocking it down at first is Kai Douglas for Diamond Club. Skies look better now than they did at any point earlier through our first game and 2 weather delays. Strike and the one-word question, 1-2 count, one-word question from Joey Cardinal back to plate umpire Scott Summerfeld after the strike call was at the top of the zone. There's a strikeout pitch on the outer part. Well, Colin Neibauer flashes the strikeout pitches 3 times. He Ks Spradley Collegians, but 2 hits, an error in the mix, and it's 2 runs in for Spradley. 2-0 after the top of the first 7-inning ball game in game 2 of our doubleheader. Tanner Gertz, Taylor McMaster, and Kai Douglas are the first 3 in the order for Diamond Club. If you're a real baseball player, that guy's a dude. You gotta have the newest, expensivest bat on the market. Bro. And it's gotta have the coolest name. Bro. Brand new. Just dropped. Tanks. Whatever the newest metals and materials might be, this bat is always one evolution newer. The Batco Crouching Tiger Nuke Mash Pummel Destroy Quad X quadruple extreme, making mediocre hitters superstars. That guy's a dude, $600 at a time. Bro. Tanner Gertz opens the offense, hitting leadoff and playing right field, same as game one of the doubleheader. Tanner Gertz, Taylor McMaster, Kai Douglas the first three, Cale Corden batting 4, Blake Young 5, Mac Dossie 6, Brock Mulvaney bats 7. Brandon Hegedus is batting 8th, playing third base defensively for Diamond Club, and Andrew Buckled playing left field, also a catcher, but Dossie's got the dish, and Buckled's got left field, batting number 9. That's the order for Diamond Club. For Spradley Collegians, run you down through there. The starting pitcher, Roy Higginbotham. Roy played first base and batted number 5 last game, had a hit and 2 walks and a hit by pitch, on base all 4 times. Now he's pitching Higginbotham. His catcher is Gage Wren. Gage out of Canyon City, Colorado, McPherson College. Ball bounced back through the middle. Quick pickup and throw. A sinker thrown to first base, and Easton Turner gets down to pluck it out right as it met the dirt. With Parker Hankins playing shortstop for Spradley. Hankins makes the play at short. One down, bases clear. Taylor McMaster, the second baseman. Same assignments for him in game 2, batting second and playing second. He'll two-hop this to shortstop, backhanded grab, another low throw, and that is fended off and dug out by Easton Turner. First one wasn't real challenging. That one was. That was a between hop, came right at his chest, the logo on his jersey, and he held the bag with the foot, did sort of a bending matrix move to glove it. 2 away. Nice play at first. After the backhanded pickup by Parker Hankins, the shortstop Hankins is going to lead off the top of 2 for Spradley. Let's see if he can throw the hat trick out on ground balls this inning. He's got a pair of assists. Kai Douglas, first baseman, bats. Gage Wren catching Roy Higginbotham. Roy looking for a clean frame in the bottom of 1. Breaking pitch had a fair amount of bite to it, but just started it 2 up and 2 in. It misses for a ball. Middle infield, Parker Hankins at short, Colton Wren at second. The corners, you've seen Easton Turner flashing the leather at first, Willie Wilson at third for Spradley. Another breaking pitch that is just underneath. He's not on top of those yet. Roy trying to find his range on that pitch, his release. Outfielders defensively, Kyle Cordo in center, Joey Cardinal in right, and Josh Lucero in left. Josh will bat in the top of 2. He's the number 9 batter. It'll be Hankins, Gage Wren, and Lucero due up in the next half frame. Ball 4 into Kai Douglas. So 2 groundouts followed by a walk. And cleanup batter Cale Corridan has a chance to tie it with a swing.
Now batting the shortstop, number 14, Cale Corridan.
Authoritative strike call from Scott Summerfield behind the plate. Good pitch. Dots the outside, and Cale Corden. I think Cale, between games, he busted out the hoodie. Didn't have the hood hanging over the number 14 on his back last game. It is a little crisp out here. It feels like an early spring or more like a late fall day. Early spring sometimes here will be more like that windy, a little bit more, I don't know if I'd say bitter cold, but not like humid bitter like it is in some parts of the country. But this feels kind of like late fall baseball, and Corden busts out the hoodie. He watches a bending pitch that got the zone. Nice delivery from Higginbotham. Got the walk in the mix. Otherwise, a couple ground balls to short and a backward K for Roy Higginbotham in his first inning of work in this start. It's 2-0 Spradley after 1 inning, 7-inning ball game from Arvada in Front Range League action.
No errors and 1 left on base.
Top of 2, Spradley has the lead, and they have the bats. 7, 8, 9, Hankins, Gage Wren, and Lucero. Good second pitch of the AB. Yes, he did, from plate umpire Summerfield. Hankins offered at it, 1-1 count. Colin Neibauer sees a foul back. Neibauer made the throwing error in the first inning that would have been an easy 1-3 putout. He just yanked the throw wide of the bag. Chopper foul down the third baseline. Went on to give up a double, strikeout, and then a single. So assuming that the world would have played out the way it did, other than the bad throw, he could have been out with a clean frame. Both runs unearned. Neibauer self-inflicted on the 2 there. Came back, finished well with 3 strikeouts of the next, or the final 4 batters. The RBI single in there, ground ball to short, Corden throws it, and he's low on the throw, and another sweet play at first base by the opposite defense. Kai Douglas and Easton Turner, the first baseman on both sides, making some pretty sweet picks on between hops. Not a nice short hop scoop, not a long hop that you just play like an easy ball coming in. It's that middle hop. That was strike through the swing of Gage Wren. 6-3 on the putout. I've been there. Shortstop, you make that throw right out of your hand, you know that one is not going to end well over at first as far as the travel, the flight of it. Counting on your first baseman, hoping that they're going to bail you out. So far, so good. quick strikeout. Neibauer gets Gage Wren. Gage from Canyon City, one of the pair of Wrens on this roster, Colton and Gage, both from Canyon City. Colton hits in the leadoff spot. Second baseman all day today so far in both games for Colton Wren. And Gage Wren did not appear in game one. He strikes out to open up his first chance at the plate in today's doubleheader. Josh Lucero pitched an inning out of a weather delay last game, sixth inning, and it was clutch. There were two guys on. Lucero, with nobody out, came out of the delay. He had a 1-2 count that he got a start against Max Matusi. Struck him out on one pitch. Don't see that very often. Strike a guy out on one pitch. 1-2 count to Lucero, his first at-bat of the day right here in the 9 spot, 2 away, and too much right there. The heat from Neibauer. That is 5 strikeouts of 6 recorded by Diamond Club. Neibauer, they've yielded 2 runs, Diamond Club, but Colin Neibauer is dominating otherwise. 5 strikeouts. The only other out was the ground ball to short on a great pick by Kai Douglas to secure that out. And we'll go to bottom of 2. It's Blake Young, Mac Dossie, Brock Mulvaney.
That strike brought to you by Local Union 247365. We like strikes. All yard baseball. We're gonna go, we'll take our time. We'll hit the road, see what we find. Anticipate and wait. I wanna leave, I wanna go. What could be out there? What will I see? Will I find a secret to me? Then it begins, it's time to go. The journey's now, let's hit the road. The road unwinds and then I find Longbridge Road means we're almost home. Longbridge Road means we're almost home. Longbridge Road means we're almost home. No matter where I go or where I roam, Longbridge Road means we're almost home.
Bottom of 2, Blake Young swings for strike 1. 5th batter in the order, Blake Young, Mac Dossie, and Brock Mulvaney all coming to the plate this inning. Higginbotham's second pitch to Blake Young. Roy spins that for strike 2, swing and a miss. Between you, me, and the internet, I might have stolen a hot dog and a Snickers from the concession stand. Don't tell anybody. Put it on my tab. Put it on Brad Mulvaney's tab. Breaking ball stays up. 1-2 count. Throw back to the pitcher's going to roll out behind second base. Oops. One, two, the count. And a strikeout of Blake Young. Higginbotham gets his second, and that's 2 in a row. Ended the first with a K, opens the second with a K. Brad Mulvaney coaching at first. Tyler Novotny over at third. We saw assistant coach Taylor Gertz was around yesterday. Looks like Gertz isn't here for game 2 today. Do want to give the love to the organization, too, the Diamond Club operation here. Brad Mulvaney puts in a lot of work. I've talked about field maintenance and just kind of jack of all trades to make this happen for these collegiate players. But it's a family affair. Concession stand operation. There's strike to Dossie. Brad's wife, Kristen, daughter Kendall, who was a talented softball player at Arvada West. They both help run concessions and kind of keep game flow going. Higginbotham's pitch. Wow. He's carving now. Gets Dossie swinging, 2 out. Higginbotham attends Garden City Community College, and Coach Brian Falsetto leading the charge today for Spradley told me between games when I got the lineup, trying to get Roy some time on the hill, get him back to where he wants to be the guy he wants to be at Garden City on the hill, and he's flashing clear signs of usability. Has 1 walk issued. That was to the 3-batter, Kai Douglas, last inning. 2 ground balls for outs, and now he had that walk and then strikeout to end that inning. 2 more here to open the second. Mulvaney swings empty. Kristen and Kendall Mulvaney were running the concessions, running around keeping the game flowing, and Grandma Barbara was in the concession stand helping run it yesterday too. Family affair around the field here at Arvada. Higginbotham is wide on that pitch. 2-1 count to the lefty Brock Mulvaney. Breaking ball slipped out of the hand and was never really in contention for Mulvaney to have to deal with a decision on a 2-1. Now 3-1. Silence falls over Nate Journey Field as Mulvaney saw a strike all the way, but he kind of aborted the swing about halfway through and just didn't line that one up right. Count goes to full with 2 outs and nobody on. Strike 3 on a looking pitch down. 4 consecutive Ks issued by Roy Higginbotham, who strides off the mound with confidence. 2-0, Spradley has the lead into the 3rd inning of a 7-inning ball game.
Sports fans, broadcast announcing is evolving. Play-by-play is now play-by-play. Who needs bothersome people who have their own opinions, rooting interests, and skin in the game? Play-by-play, the next frontier in sports announcing.
Top of the order for Spradley Collegians. Colton Wren scored the first run of this game after he reached on an error on a tapper back to pitcher. Both pitchers using the K. Colin Neibauer, the Diamond Club pitcher, the lefty, up right now. He's got 5 Ks. Here's a ground ball through the left side. Wren sets the table again. Neibauer, 5 Ks, 3 in the first, 2 in the second. 4 strikeouts for Roy Higginbotham, 1 in the first, and all 3 struck out the side. Truly struck out the side. 3 guys up, 3 guys struck out. Not that baseball impurist version of striking out the side when you face 4 or more. I think if you strike them out and they reach on drop third, you could consider that striking out of the side. If you struck out 4 or 5 or 6 in the inning, they were all drop thirds. Fair enough. Every guy who came to the plate was a strikeout. Traditional style, 3 up, 3 down, all Ks for Higginbotham in the last half frame. Ground ball back to that exact same spot. Spradley wearing out the 5.5 hole, going to try to take third on this. Throw comes in and is in time. Colton Wren, knowing that outfield is playing slow, he decelerated just a little bit at second base, evaluating it, decided to go for it, and the throw is good, right on the money from left field. Andrew Buckled put it in a good spot for the throwdown tag from Brandon Hegedus. Single for Kyle Miller. He moves to second on the throw. Easton Turner. Kyle Miller at second base. Looks interested in running. He's going to get a move here on a pass ball. Asked for time, did Mac Dossie. He's going to change baseballs. That one clipped the edge of his glove and rolled back to the screen. So a bunch more ways to score now for Kyle Miller. A sac fly would get it done with 1 out. Ground ball in the infield. The infield is in. All 4 defenders pinch up. Good pitch from Neibauer. Gets an empty swing from Easton Turner. I'm now 1 bite into my stolen Snickers. My contraband hot dog evidence has been destroyed thanks to the unknowing concession stand during the game break. Helped myself like it was my own little kitchen down there. Turner hands high. That pitch. Neibauer stares at it for an extra few seconds with his hand on his head. Thought he had it on Turner. Instead, it's a walk to put runners on the corners.
Now batting the center fielder, number 34, Kyle Cordo.
Kyle Cordo, center fielder, occupies the right-hand batter's box. Cordo to be followed by Willie Wilson, who had a single with RBI on it in the first inning. Fouled off the plate, bounces off of Cordo in the box. That one's pounded down the line, gets a piece of third base coach, head coach Brian Falsetto. Points back at Kyle Cordo. It got shoe. Sounded like footwear was the contact point of that foul ball. This one hit again to the third base side, going to try to turn it 5-4. Hegedus on the first feed, and that throw is wide. Run will score. Runner going to try to get 2. Throw won't be in time. Kyle Cordo going to move up. That'll be an error on the backside of that because of the throw allowing him to have another base. It's a fielder's choice on the swing, and RBI in the hunt there. A lot of stats happening on that play. Kyle Miller scores the run. Easton Turner forced out at second base. And 3 runs on the board now for Spradley. 2 away in the top of 3.
Number 6, Willie Wilson.
Willie Wilson, the third baseman, he bats in the number 5 spot. Hegedus at third base. The initial feed was good. Runner at third. Kyle Miller hesitated to make sure he wasn't going to turn on him, Hegedus at third base, and either look him back or try to pick him, tag him out off the bag. As soon as Hegedus, the third baseman, made the throw to second to Taylor McMaster, Miller took off from third, trying to speed that turn. McMaster, good feed from Hegedus, and he just put the throw wide of first base. Extra bag for Cordo off the fielder's choice. Willie Wilson trying to knock him in. Make it a 4-0 count if that happens. Shot is fair down the third base line. That will score the run. Into the corner it goes. Around first goes Wilson. He will have a stand-up double. Shot down the line. Cordo to the plate. 2 more here in the third inning. Makes it a 4-0 count for Spradley.
Now batting the right fielder, number 19, Joey Cardinal.
Cardinal going first pitch. Healthy hack, but that pitch diving down is tipped foul. Another big cut, nothing for Cardinal. After a weathery morning and midday, nice to have a cool, calm day here in Arvada for Front Range League play. As we get into the, whatever you want to call it, the grind, the dog days, the cement mixer, the thresher of the season. Games stacked up day after day after day, fouled back. Going to be a busy stretch here through the middle part of June, and the season will roll till August 2nd and 3rd when the championship series will happen in the Front Range League. First ever Front Range League championship series, best of 3 in Fort Collins at City Park, August 2nd, August 3rd. Now with the clock at 3:33 Mountain Time. This game was scheduled to start at 1 o'clock, but because of a couple delays that totaled somewhere around an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes of clock time, 2 different weather delays in game 1. Two count to Joey Cardinal. Had hot temps yesterday. Thermometer went back down today. Supposed to go back up in the near future here next few days. This ball's going to score another. Up the middle it goes, and another run hits the plate with Willie Wilson after his RBI double. He's sent to the plate by Joey Cardinal on an RBI single. 3 runs in the frame for Spradley. Conversation at the mound. Tyler Novotny, assistant coach, visits. Colin Neibauer talked about his prolific strikeout totals of 5 Ks in the first 2 innings. Has not been able to tally a strikeout in this inning. Top of the order started at Colton Wren. In order, the 6 batters who've come to the plate: single, single, walk, fielder's choice, double, single. 4 hits in the inning. This one is behind second, and a quick retreat by second baseman Taylor McMaster will glove the third out of the top of the third. 3 runs in the inning. 5-0 Spradley. Bottom of the third inning, we'll see 8, 9, and 1 for Diamond Club. Hegedus, Buckled, and Gertz due up. riding 4 consecutive strikeouts. Roy Higginbotham opens with ball 1 to Brandon Hegedus. Brandon out of Columbine High School, Dickinson State University. Listed on the Diamond Club roster as a catcher and right-hand pitcher playing third base on D today. Watches ball 2. That one caught the zone, 2-1 count. And a free bag that breaks the 4 strikeout consecutive streak for Roy Higginbotham. Hit by pitch, puts Hegedus on first.
Now batting left fielder number 3, Andrew Buckle.
Number 9 spot, Andrew Buckled. Higginbotham pulls that to the left side, first base side of the plate. Good pitch there. Gets Buckled crossed up. Flipped out a check swing that went too far. Bouncing pitch, and Roy Higginbotham, he's looks over to the dugout to Coach Brian Falsetto. Now looks at his right arm, right elbow. Breaks a pitch that gets to the zone. That's lifted to left and taken by Josh Lucero. F7 for 1 away. Out goes Buckled.
Fielder number 2, Tanner Gertz.
Tanner Gertz, top of the order, ground ball to short in his leadoff at bat in the first inning. Taylor McMaster behind him also grounded out to short in that inning. Now a conversation out on the mound. Let's see if Brian Falsetto is getting the bullpen going. Don't see anybody there yet. Yeah, Higginbotham is asking his coach to come out. I think Roy has a little something going on with his pitching arm. Coach Brad Mulvaney on the other side from the third base side, an educator by profession. He walks out too with concern. Higginbotham is talking about and kind of showing the bottom upper part of his arm, backside. So I don't think the bullpen was working. If there's a pitching change here due to injury, then that pitcher would get whatever he needs for warm-up. A couple pitches ago, though, Roy had he made a facial expression, and then body language also was leaning toward something doesn't seem quite right, doesn't feel quite right. He throws a fly ball out. And now this mound consultation. Yeah, bullpen is in motion now. Braden Walters for Spradley Collegians. I see him over there in the pen out of Canyon City, Colorado. Braden, right-handed arm. I think he's the one throwing. He's now obscured by the dugout structure. I saw his 32 before he stepped up onto the hill. And it looks like they're making a change sort of internal to the defense here already on the field. It's going to be the same guy who pitched the 6th inning last game. Roy Higginbotham still out there just finishing a chat with plate umpire Scott Summerfeld. Now Roy's heading off the right side and had to come out due to arm concern. And it's the left fielder Josh Lucero who makes his way in to take the hill through that one good escape inning in the 6th in the game when they had trailed 2-0 into the top of the 6th. Spradley took the lead, 3-run homer in the 6th by Bryant Armijo Martin. Lucero, out of a weather delay with his team up 3-2, but 2 aboard, nobody out, got him out of the jam with nothing allowed. His only frame pitched, Easton Turner closed it in the 7th for the 4-2 win for Spradley, and now Lucero is going to come in again. Saw Lucero that first time he pitched today. I would call it unorthodox, the delivery, the arm action, and his release. Short arms it and flips it in. As I said before, he had a 1-pitch strikeout when he restarted us from that 6th inning delay last game. Max Matusi was facing a 1-2 count when a lightning flash happened. Pitching change during the delay, and Lucero got a 1-pitch K on Matusi. Gave up a walk. Had a runner thrown out, stealing third in there. And got a ground out. That was it for Lucero. Now he's back up there in game 2. One away and one aboard. Brandon Hegedus on hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Andrew buckled fly out to left. Now the top of the order, Tanner Gertz. Second time at the plate for Tanner. Lucero, big smile after the first pitch. Try to time up a little something different off the hill. Lucero, what you would refer to as funky on the hill, brings you a different look. Hitter has to adjust. Josh comes set. Upstairs with the pitch, 2-1. In the zone with that, fouled out of play. Couple strikes against Gertz. That pitch trying to tantalize Gertz down. It bounces in front of the plate. Tanner held back. Taylor McMaster on deck with one out. Lucero's pitch is over the helmet of Gertz, and Tanner turns around to make sure that was ball 4. It was. 2 aboard. And McMaster 0 for 1 with a ground out. Kai Douglas due up next. back through the box, off-speed, soft liner. Lucero, fortunately, he doesn't catch it, and it goes to second base, and that will turn into 2. Lucero tried to stab at it, but it was kind of a knuckling off-speed swing McMaster sent toward him. It's a DP. Second baseman Colton Wren to shortstop Parker Hankins. Over to Easton Turner at first, and that'll cap the third inning. We're playing 7 here in Game 2 of this DH, and Spradley has the 5-0 lead. Diamond Club looking to shut him down and get back to the bats, playing on a park that will yield some long balls. You're never quite out of it here. Got to hold Spradley if you're Diamond Club for the Spradley Collegians 8-9-1. Gage Wren, Josh Lucero, and Colton Wren coming up. Gage Wren, the catcher, strike to Gage. Breaking pitch wide of the plate. Colin Neibauer, the lefty, reapproaches. That's hit back up the middle. Sinking liner will get down on the turf, and Gage Wren has a single. We'll see if they courtesy run for the catcher. Wren. Don't see anybody yet. Oh, now we do. Spradley's going to have Donovan Robinson courtesy run here for Wren after his single. Josh Lucero now pitching, started in left field. Ball up. Strike evens the count. Lifted into the triangle, diving straight in attempt, can't get it. Center fielder flying in, Blake Young, laid out forward dive. Ball kind of hit the tip of his glove. Wedged it, the grass and the glove. Down it goes, a pop single from Lucero, who is feeling it. That's his pitching hand, too. If Josh is going to go back out to pitch, he rattled himself on that one. Little vibration off of the non-barrel contact, but it counts as an average building single. Bunt back to pitcher, laid over to first, and the defense lets this one get away on the bunt. Lucero comes around. He'll pull up at third, and the bunt down. It was a sacrifice offering. Kind of surprised the defense, and McMaster was a little late getting over their long run for the second baseman. Then Neibauer trying to time up the throw with him. They misconnect. Wren is on by error. Give him a sacrifice and an error. Sending Colton to second base. Josh Lucero at third. Gage Wren, his courtesy runner. Donovan Robinson scores. Spradley continues to build. Two in the first, three in the third, one in the fourth with no outs recorded yet. Kyle Miller popped it up. Long run over the shoulder, running away. Catch. Lucero tags and slides head first into home. Tag up on the shallow pop up right along the line. That ball, I think, would have been fair had it dropped. Nice running catch by McMaster. Heady tag up there. Smart move with the defender running away from the play. Lucero brings home the 7th run for Spradley Collegians. Colton Wren stuck at second base. He did not move on that one. Pop up to second baseman gets you a sac fly for Kyle Miller and an RBI. It's a nice bailout by the runner, Josh Lucero. Easton Turner swings, misses. Took a while for the Spradley offense to get going today. They went 5 scoreless frames in the first game. But now they've scored in, 5 of their last 6 frames here, scoring in the 6th and 7th of game 1 and 3 of the 4 innings of our game 2. They've put runs on the board. 2 strikes now against Easton Turner, 2-2 count. For Colin Neibauer, he's at 75 pitches in the game, 50 for strikes, 25 balls, so twice as many strikes as balls. This ball is drilled to center field. That one is in the principal's office. Easton Turner, number 3 batter. You can tell he's got pop, just the entire look and approach at the plate, and he displays that on a 2-run shot. 9-0. Spradley hammering Diamond Club. Mound visit. That'll be it for Colin Neibauer. Going to the pen for Diamond Club. 9-0 Spradley. Just added 2 with the Easton Turner 2-run shot. That ball is yard. This is a test of the emergency alert system. Run! This has been a test of the emergency alert system. In the event of an actual emergency, you're probably cooked. Pitching change for Diamond Club.
Now batting
Lance
center,
Bratlin
Kyle Cordo.
takes over. The righty on the hill fires that down and bounced it in. Kyle Cordo bats for the third time in this game. Cleanup batter up for the third time in the fourth inning of action. Missed down away for Lance Bratlin. Walk to Cordo.
Now batting the third baseman, number 6.
And it's Willie Wilson. Four-pitch walk. Bratlin try to find the zone here. Bratlin, one of those guys, when he starts into his motion, he has ball in glove, and then he takes it out, taps it, brings it back out. He's been consistently down and away. Take a second here. Bratlin will step to the side, adjust his hat, and rub the ball a little bit. Catcher Mac Dossie had a few words a moment ago after the four-pitch walk, trying to help him dial it in. There he found it. Opposite side of the plate, got the inside. Willie Wilson has a strike on him. 7-inning ball game. There's a run rule in the 5th inning. That would get on you quickly. Ball down for Diamond Club, facing Roy Higginbotham first, who then came off the hill dealing with something with his arm. Josh Lucero stepped in to finish the third. Higginbotham hung up 4 Ks, all those consecutive, ending the first and all of the second, before Roy had to come off. Diamond Club down by 9 and a 10-run rule after 5 here. They'd have to get some work going here pretty quickly. You've got a foul off of the foot or ankle of Willie Wilson. He's walking it out. Wilson taps the bat on his back shoulder, times it, and did offer at the breaking pitch strikeout. Lance Bratlin answers nicely off of his 4-pitch walk. Runner takes off, had a couple of hop steps before the motion even started. Cordo had it timed up, shuffle, shuffle, and he was already on the move before the delivery even really got going. Steal of second. Represents what could be a double-digit run. Getting to 10 for Spradley. Strike called. Joey Cardinal. Fastball fired on the inside part of the plate, fouled off. Cardinal launched it up toward the street. Held up on the check swing. Cardinal started to bite on that slider that went down Nicely played by catcher Mac Dawsey. Coming to the plate. Again, working down and away. 3-2 count. Colin Neibauer, 76 pitches, 51 for strikes, 25 balls. Neibauer, 3 1/3 innings, 10 hits for Spradley against Neibauer. 9 runs, 7 earned, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. The stat line for Neibauer in the start. Full count pitch is tapped, slipping, and now firing this ball wide of first base. That's going to go in as a hit. The pitcher, Bratlin, obviously some rain earlier today. Bratlin breaking off of the mound, the righty toward third base, tried to plant. You can see the grass damage out there where he left a divot. Lost his footing, tried to throw as he was falling down. Throw handled Kai Douglas. Good job vacating the bag and sprinting over to keep that from allowing a run in. Cordo to third base. It's been a struggle for Diamond Club in this one. They played a good first game. That was, I told Spradley head coach Brian Falsetto between games, that was one of the best I've seen in the league in the first about 3 weeks of play, just about 3. Well pitched, defense was good, ended up 4-2. It was 2-0 until deep in the game when Spradley flipped the scoreboard down by 2, won it 4-2. Both starters getting 5 innings in the books. Aiden Medina for Diamond Club. Cole Bloomer for Spradley. Spradley continues here. Have a shutout going through 3 innings of defense. Ball up the middle is going to get through. That will put double digits on the board. Runner will hold up at second. Cardinal aggressive turn and then held up. That was the 9th batter of the inning. It's a single for Parker Hankins with an RBI. Hankins at first, Cardinal at second. Cordo scores. 10th batter of the inning coming to the plate. Second chance to hit here for Gage Wren. He opened this inning with a single, and his run scored on the legs of courtesy runner Donovan Robinson. Got this productive frame going. 5 runs in the inning now. Still just 1 out. Gage Wren nearly clipped on the elbow by that pitch. He gets an aggressive call from his first base dugout of "let it hit you." Easy for you to say. He's got no protective gear on that elbow. There's a breaking ball. Nice answer to the first inside pitch. Come back with one that starts right in the same spot and breaks to the zone. Lance Bratlin hit that one. 1-1 count. Another breaking pitch, topped and tapped back by Gage Wren. Of the 9 completed plate appearances in this inning, 5 hits among those 9. Dawsey, nice job flagging that down at the plate. He just stabbed at it to block. It was wide enough. He couldn't body block that. Had to reach, use the mitt. It popped straight up. He caught it in throwing position. Had Joey Cardinal taken off, he would have been out by 91 feet, and it's only 90 feet between the 2 bases. Ooh, helmet shot there. That's a hit by pitch. That ball went out of the yard, I think. Yeah. Off the helmet. It flies over the fence. Protective gear's come a long way. Back in my day, that'd have killed a guy. Instead, it's a helmet home run over the side fence. On deck batter, Colton Wren, a little tardy to pick up a loose ball at the backstop. Josh Lucero scooches his heels on a pitch that broke back toward the zone, was fooled on that, but it's down for a ball. Lucero 1 for 2 in the game, a strikeout and a single, scored a run in this same inning here. He's batting for the second time in the fourth. Strike zip through the zone. Lance Bratlin, the righty, pitches at Georgia Gwinnett College. Trying to fight his way out of a long top of the fourth. Lucero gets a good swing, fouls it. Only out of the inning, a strikeout recorded by Bratlin. 4 batters ago. Bases full of Spradley Collegians. Top of the order waits on deck. Down to Lucero. Colton Wren, top of the order. It'll be his 4th time to the plate in this game as we play the 4th inning. Kyle Miller behind him. Easton Turner after that has a 2-run bomb in this frame. Lucero flails at a wide pitch and, oh, my bad, that was 3. I'm sorry, I had 2. There was one earlier that was a pop-up sacrifice fly down the line. That was first out. Strikeout was the second, and Lucero's strikeout is the 3rd out of the top of 4. It's a 5-run tally for Spradley and a 10-0 dominant advantage for the Pueblo-based team. Diamond Club needs to score here or next frame to whittle this under 10. Threat of a run rule for the home team. Bottom of the 4th, they've got their number 3 batter, Kai Douglas, due up.
River Morgan presents famous baseball quotes.
Hey, Dad,
Now
League
ask
Baseball
you
is
what
what
are
I
you
do
gonna
when
do?
there's no
Because
baseball.
keeps the parents
I'll tell you what I
off
do.
the streets.
I stare out the
Yo,
window
there's
and
no
wait for
crying
spring.
in baseball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Can of Whoop. We all want to dominate. We all have those moments when we just can't find that next gear. When you can't find that next gear, try Can of Whoop. Pop the top and pour it on. Can of Whoop. Pop the top and pour it on.
Work to do for Diamond Club. Bottom of the 4th inning. Kai Douglas, Cale Corridan, Blake Young. First pitch is a ball. It's Josh Lucero continuing his 2nd appearance of the day. Appearing in both games. Now a 2-inning outing for Lucero. Douglas walked in the first inning. Only runner to reach in that first. 2 groundouts prior to Kai Douglas's walk. Made it a low-pressure walk, 2 outs and 1 aboard, and then a strikeout. closed the first for Higginbotham, the starter. Lucero puts one on the outside edge of the zone. Keeps himself relevant here in this leadoff AB of the bottom of 4, making the count 3-1. Finds the zone, and that finds a barrel. That's going to one hop, skip over. It's a ground rule double to left field. Kai Douglas, line shot, skips quickly out. Took advantage of a 3-1 pitch. Now the brightest sun we've seen all day. The clouds clearing out.
Number 14, Cale Corridan.
Cale Corridan, 4-batter and shortstop, struck out his first time. Diamond Club trying to get to work here on this 10-run deficit. Good start with the double by Douglas. Blake Young on deck. Corridan steps in. First pitch. Sails up. Down sinks the pitch to the synthetic surface. 2-1 count. Spradley out hitting Diamond Club 12-1. That was the first hit of the game for DC. The Kai Douglas double, where he stands at second. First base hit of game 2 of the doubleheader. Corridan swings. Frustrated with the empty hack. And a walk pitch. Corridan puts 2 aboard. Diamond Club had 2 runners on last inning. Opening hit by pitch, a fly out, a walk, and then a double play, 4-6-3. They had the 2 aboard, but the DP ended it quickly. It was that off-speed liner past pitcher Lucero out to second base to Colton Wren, who turned it with shortstop Parker Hankins. Got your base runners updated on screen. I was delinquent on the runner assignments, first and second. Lucero misses up, time taken by Gage Wren, who wants to try to reset his pitcher. Lucero missing the zone repeatedly. 3-0 count to Blake Young. Couple big errors in this game against the defense of Diamond Club have fueled that 10-0 score. And missed again. So the catcher visit out to the mound didn't rectify the 3-0 count, and the bases are full for Diamond Club. Now coach will try it. Gage Wren at catcher gave it his shot to go visit. Now hard-hatted head coach Brian Falsetto strolls to the mound, and he's going to make the change here. And it's a significant one. Josh Lucero listed at 5'11", 165. He's going to head off for Braden Walters, who is not twice his size, but almost looks that way, with Walters walking past and giving a fist to Josh Lucero. Braden Walters out of Canyon City, Colorado. Big man, the righty on the mound. Whole different look here. Yeah, not listed on the roster, Walters' height and weight, but Josh Lucero listed at 5'11", 165. Just pulled up some info on Braden Walters. He's listed at 6'7", and this is an old listing, a long time ago. Player profile said 190. He's obviously, it's been a couple of years, and he's added weight since then. Big 6'7", adding 8 inches of height on the mound and probably a good 60 pounds. Differentiation out of the bullpen. So Walters takes over with nobody out, bases full on a double walk. Mac Dossie, the catcher, will have the first shot to get on the board here for Diamond Club. Mac Dossie telling me he's always been more of a singles hitter, but he's had a couple home runs here in Colorado. Hey, why not now? 4 runs would be the result of one swing for number 4. Pop up back to the screen. That'll get over the top. Strike on the first pitch from Braden Walters. Yeah, 6'7", and that was an old listing. I don't know if Braden might have grown a little more. He's all of 6'7". And possibly a little more. See that on your home plate camera shot. He is up there on the mound. Dossie sends it through the left side. Going to hold the runner at third, moving from second to third. 1 in, RBI, base hit. Just the second hit of the game for Diamond Club, both in this inning. Dossie singles, and everybody moves one bag. To the plate comes Kai Douglas, 10-1. Diamond Club trails by 9.
Now batting the designated hitter number 10,
Brock Mulvaney. Like I said, Braden Walters out of Canyon City, Colorado. Same hometown as the Wren brothers, Gage and Colton. Canyon City, not far from Pueblo, just down that southern Colorado area. Out west of Pueblo, not far from Colorado Springs. Population of 17,000 people-ish. Three of those 17,241 are playing with the Spradley Collegians out of Runyon Sports Complex this summer in the Front Range League. Mulvaney widens out as he tracks that pitch through for a 3-2 count. Carefully taking that 2-2 pitch to a full count. Strike is called. Good pitch choice there. That was unexpected. Little break on that pitch. Caps off a full count and gets one out on the board. That was a long time coming for the defense of Spradley. Chopper going to come to the plate for the first out. Fire to one, and the double play. Got it. A 1-2-3 DP. Hegedus tapped it at the front of the plate. Bounced out to pitcher Braden Walters. Cycles it through catcher Gage Wren. Made a good throw, avoiding the shoulder of the runner, and Easton Turner gloves the backside of the 1-2-3, and just like that, away goes the bases loaded threat. Just one run from that in the bottom of the fourth. 10-1. Diamond Club gets one run to get out from underneath that 10 marker. Got to figure out how to stop this offense of Spradley. They scored 5 in the most recent inning of batting, and here they come again at the top of the order with Colton Wren to lead off in the top of 5.
River Morgan presents famous baseball quotes.
You tell me right now, Jimmy Morris.
It's supposed to be hard.
Always
Bob,
involved.
if it wasn't
Killing
hard,
me.
you
Everyone
can't
would
steal
do
second
it.
base
The
and
hard
keep your foot
is what
on
makes
first.
it great. You want to have a catch, Smalls?
The Palace of Pong, the place for paddles. Ping Pong Palace, where ping pong players play ping pong and people populate pre- and post-perfect performances at the ball yard. Ping Pong Palace, positioned perfectly for our population, perpendicular to the pit, plus pleasant proximity to our pristine pond. Please, pop in for Pong. Purchase pop, popcorn, pizza, pastries. Take it from me! Ping Pong Winchester. The place for Pong is Ping Pong Palace. Ping Pong Palace, positioned perfectly for our population, perpendicular to the pit, plus pleasant proximity to our pristine pond. Please, pop in for Pong.
Swing and strike one for leadoff man Colton Wren. Leadoff in this inning and leadoff in the batting order. Plate umpire Scott Summerfeld, after one swing and miss, stepped over and said something to the dugout on the third base side, Diamond Club's dugout, keeping them in check. I do appreciate Scott Summerfeld right there and Lance May last night, not really putting up with any stuff, just not letting the chatter get going. That's always a better approach. Stay out in front of that. Couple strikes for Colton Wren. Lance Bratlin working here 2/3 of an inning in the books. Came on in the fourth. Got those last 2 outs, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts of his 2 outs recorded for Lance. Back to the pitcher, and he'll shorten it up and flip it over to first base.
Now back the designated hitter, number 11, Kyle Miller.
2 hits and a sacrifice on the day, so he's 2 for 2. Double single. 2 RBI and 2 runs scored for Kyle Miller, number 2 batter. Miller skies this. Shallow right. Tanner Gertz there with the catch. Miller is out. Easton Turner is up.
Easton Turner.
Big swing. Turner tried to heat up the hack there and had that pitch dive away. Shortstop in the right spot. Cale Corden right there. That ball back toward the bag. There's a quick top of the fifth. That frame flashed and gone. Top of the fifth over. Ground out to pitcher. Pop out to right. Ground out to short. That leaves Kyle Cordo on deck. He'll lead off the top of the sixth for Spradley after they play defense against the 9-1-2 for Diamond Club. Andrew Buckled, Tanner Gertz, Taylor McMaster.
All yard baseball.
Andrew Buckled steps in, right side batter. 0 for 1, fly out to left in the third inning. Now we're in the fifth. Sends that over shortstop and down. Buckled on base. Andrew did not appear in game one of our doubleheader. Tanner Gertz did. Gertz was 0 for 4 in game one. 3 ground outs and a strikeout for Gertz. In this game, he's got a ground out and a walk. He was doubled off in the third inning after his walk. Double play turned 4-6-3 with him, the runner from first, Gertz. Taylor McMaster on deck. Ball loose. Wild one sends Buckle to second base. Braden Walters in his second inning of work. Looks back, long look at second. Catcher Gage Wren slides and smothers to keep that pitch in front after a wild one right before it. Almost had another one to the backstop on the opposite side of the plate. Wide, and Gertz is in good position in this at-bat. 3-0 count. Leadoff guy. Looking to get the first 2 aboard for the heart of the order coming up. McMaster, Douglas, Corden, Young, Dossie all hovering in the 2 through 6 spots. And that will be a 4-pitch walk to Tanner Gertz. So reoccupy first base, now first and second for Diamond Club.
The second baseman, number 22, Taylor McMaster.
McMaster, 2 ground balls in 2 at-bats today. One a 6-3 put out in the first. One a 4.63 DP in the third. He would like to stay off the ground right here. Does have a good hole to work with on the left side, really on both sides. Pretty big openings. First baseman playing in for Spradley. Strike against McMaster, 2-1 count. Needed that, did Braden Walters, falling behind again, trying to get himself back at it in this count. Does not want to load him up for Kai Douglas. Pitch bearing down, good pitch. McMaster was committed to it, and that thing disappeared. Working to the outside. McMaster started the hands, shut him down when he noticed the break or recognized the break. 3-2 count. 10-1 the score, but again, offense can escalate quickly here in this small ballpark in Arvada. Big pitch here for Walters. Got him on a swinging strike. That is Roy Higginbotham over at first base. I was trying to sort that out. He had a little bit of arm trouble on the mound, but Roy did go over to first base.
Douglas.
So Higginbotham was the pitcher being DH'd for by Kyle Miller. Easton Turner was at first base in the starting lineup. This ball grounded towards short. 6-4, turn to 3, and again a twin killing to escape. First 2 runners reached in that inning. Strikeout, double play, and Diamond Club sticks on 1 run. Spradley nicely defending their 9-run lead, top of the 6th. It's a 7-inning ball game, and it'll be Cordo, the cleanup batter for the Spradley Collegians.
10-1 our score.
2025, the inaugural season of Front Range League Collegiate Baseball, summer woodbat baseball played along the Front Range of the Rocky Mountains in Colorado and Nebraska. Visit frontrange.league.com for schedule, standing, stats, and more. frontrange.league.com. All Front Range League games stream on the Front Range Baseball Network on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube at Front Range Baseball Network. At Front Range Baseball Network, hit the subscribe button, and you can click for notifications for games you want to be notified about when they go live. All games stream on the Front Range Baseball Network. July 7 and July 8, Front Range League All-Star Spectacular will be at Oregon Trail Park in Gering, Nebraska. 2-day All-Star Spectacular presented by Arrowhead Distributing. Day 1 Home Run Derby features 1 player from each FRL team. That's July 7, the Home Run Derby at Oregon Trail Park. Day 2, All-Star Luncheon at the Gering Civic Center, and then a 6:35 p.m. Mountain Time start for the first ever Front Range League All-Star Game. Fireworks post-game on July 8, presented by Culver's Restaurants. For All-Star Spectacular tickets and more information, visit frontrange.league.com or wnpioneers.com. July 7, July 8, not too far off now. So we've burned through half of June already, and that All-Star Spectacular sits just after the 4th of July. Strike one from Lance Bratlin for Diamond Club. Kyle Cordo to shortstop. Cale Corridon. Initials KC. Hit it to initials KC for a 6-3, 1 away. Willie Wilson, 2 for 3 today. Single, double, 2 RBI, run scored. Each base hit produced a run. RBI single in the first. RBI double in the third. Second pitcher of the game for Diamond Club is Bratlin. These catchers having fun working with variety of pitchers, seeing different guys, different pitch mixes, trying to go up with that fastball. Got it down just a little bit. It's hammered foul left side. Willie Wilson, 0-2 count. 2 pitchers in the game for Diamond Club. We've seen 3 different pitchers for Spradley here in game 2 of the doubleheader. Ball bounces in. This ball is hit to left, sailing toward the track, turns around the left fielder, bounces off the base of the wall. Down for a double. Andrew Buckled got spun around at least once on that high fly ball that landed at the base of the left field fence. Double for Willie Wilson, his second of the game. 3 hits for Willie, 3 for 4 on the day. Joey Cardinal in. Everybody aware of the math. It's a 7-inning game 2 of this doubleheader, 10-run rule after 5. If that runner comes home, 1 out, runner on 2, Diamond Club would have to produce something in the bottom of the 6th to earn their 7th inning at-bats. Slider breaks out of the zone. Mac Dossie throws a bare hand sign down out wide. See if he takes a shot at second base. Nope. Cale Corridon, the shortstop, took a couple break steps in behind the runner, Willie Wilson. Again, wide on the pitch. Ball 4 to Joey Cardinal. That pitch broke hard down and out of the zone. Free pass to Cardinal. Joey started to take his walk. He kind of slowly was strolling across the plate. Dossie went to throw it out. Cardinal ducked it. I think Cardinal actually kind of gave it a little bit. Oh, my bad. Sorry, I sort of slow burned the move right there in front of you, Dossie. First pitch popped up right side along the line. Gertz closes on it, and he missed the catch. It's a foul ball. Gertz came over on that. His glove was definitely on the foul side of the line, and a play like that, that ball was coming down out of the sky. His feet were still fair. At least one of them was, but pretty clear from here that, and even a better view for Scott Summerfeld behind the plate, looking right down that foul line. Glove had reached over the line. Ball was coming down on the foul side of the white stripe. So Hankins seemed a little bit in disagreement, like, wait, foul? But I think he also just got off the hook. That should have been a foul pop out. Now a spin pick back to second. Diamond Club looking for creative out on the bases. There it was. Mac Dossie was going to fire on a back pick to second, but he missed the exchange, the transfer out of his glove. Corridon broke on it. They were going to take a snap down to 2, a back pick on Willie Wilson. Dossie, nice. Leaping, little knee leap across the left side batter's box to contain that pitch. Here comes Bratlin again. Wow, again throws a sharp break down and away. Hankins recognized it, stayed off. Wide again, and the count goes full. 1 out, runners unlikely to be on the move. Got him on a swing. 2 down. Just noticing the cool breezes, like nice cool air. Noticed, I think that was Corridon earlier who had the hoodie on after the game break between game 1 game 2. He's now gotten rid of that with the sun popping back out here in Arvada. Temperature showing at 61 degrees. So forecast for 84 tomorrow, 95 Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday, 100, 100. We're at 61 degrees right now. Going to throw 40 more degrees of heat by the weekend. It's been a weird weather sequence here. Late spring, summer coming in a few days, but rain, humidity, kind of abnormal for Colorado. Now the huge temperature disparities. That's not that abnormal. This ball down the left field line is going to go foul. Hooked foul. With 2 away, Spradley trying to push in a run to see if they can close it in the bottom of the 6th. If they don't score here, then Diamond Club is guaranteed of 2 more chances to bat. Dodge the run rule. It's always a point of pride. Don't get mercied out. Bratlin's pitch. Must have been down. Gage Wren looks at the delivery from Bratlin. There it was. Got him on the outer edge. Strikeout pitch. Looking. 2 strikeouts close the inning from Lance Bratlin, and Diamond Club will get their last 2 chances to bat. Here comes one of them to the bottom of the 6th inning for Diamond Club, and they're on their 4 spot. Cale Corridon due up.
6-10-1 our score.
River Morgan presents famous baseball quotes.
You tell me right now, Jimmy Morris.
Progress
Supposed to be always in your
If it wasn't
hard.
me,
Everyone would do second base.
The
and
hard
keep your foot
is what
on
makes
first.
it great.
You want to have a catch, Smalls? Now the unhoodied Cale Corridon in. Sunshine splashing the full field here. Nate Journey Field in Arvada. Strike one. Front Range Baseball Network. Front Range League action today. Some weather disruption, especially more north. Tomorrow's schedule. Got 3 hosting sites tomorrow. Swinging a strike for Corridon. In Greeley, the Western Nebraska Pioneers will play 2, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock scheduled doubleheader 7-inning games at 4 and 6 tomorrow on the Front Range Baseball Network. That'll be Pioneers and Grays. And the El Paso County Baseball Miracles taking on the NoCo Prospectors tomorrow at City Park 2:05. I'll be with you on the network for that one, followed by 2 different teams at the same park. City Park hosting a 2-game day, Miracles and Prospectors. 2 o'clock, 6 o'clock is 64s and Foxes, the Boulder 64s and Fort Collins Foxes at City Park tomorrow at 6:05. Walter's pitch fouled off by Corridon. On a 1-2 count. Braden Walters sends it upstairs, 2-2. Good thing he's 6'7" or more. That throw would have gone flying over any other pitcher, but reach up and a snag by the big man. Walters delivers on 2-2. Spun that pitch. Got underneath it a little bit with his delivery. Thing just stayed up. Now the 3-2 to Cale Corridon. That one in the zone. Corridon fouls it away. Walter's pitch, again fouled. Once again, yesterday's successful starting pitcher for Diamond Club, Luis Lepe, just brought out some baseballs. That is a breaking pitch that got the inside part of the zone, and Corridon doesn't like it at all. Pretty sweet pitch after the sequencing there. Nice contrast with location.
Now batting the center fielder, number 24, Blake Young.
Blake Young, 0 for 1, strikeout and a walk. Strike opens his count. Mac Dossie is on deck, so no pinch hit there. Dossie will keep his spot. Number 6 in the order. This is a jam shot to shallow left and a little reset, and then a catch in left field. That is Easton Turner in left for the second out. Catch by Turner. And just 4 outs remain for Diamond Club to work with, down by 9. Dossie, RBI single his last time up. That's the only run in this game for Diamond Club. Diamond Club Collegians have mustered only 3 runs total in today's doubleheader. 7 innings in the first game, and now in the 6th inning here. They're close to 13 completed offensive innings and just 3 runs of production after scoring 17 yesterday against the El Paso County Baseball Miracles out of Colorado Springs. We're here in Arvada for the 17-run outburst. When Diamond Club met Spradley at Pueblo at Runyon last week, they played 2 games on Wednesday, June 11. 2 runs in each game for Diamond Club, losing 12-2 and 9-2. Dossie swats that to left, and that'll be caught again by Easton Turner. So the 2-run games, 2-run offensive outputs for Diamond Club last Wednesday, 6 days ago. 2 runs, 2 runs. They got 2 runs in the first game today, and now just 1 in this game with 1 more chance at it in the 7th. 9-1 and 2 for Spradley Collegians, Lucero, Colton Wren, and Kyle Miller. Coming up, it'll be Josh Lucero to lead off.
Cliche Country, Sugar Lake's unicorn of radio. Wide open and in the saddle. Tough, gritty. We are servant leaders with exceptional bandwidth who give 110%. So open a can of worms and beat a dead horse. Get outside the box. 108.1 FM. Put a pin in it for a win-win situation. Sugar Lake's Cliche Country, 108.1 FM. It is what it is. You got this. Have a nice rest of your day.
We're gonna go, we'll take our time. We'll hit the road, see what we find. Anticipate and wait. I wanna leave, I wanna go. What could be out there? What will I see? Will I find a secret to me? Then it begins, it's time to go. The journey's now, let's hit the road. The road unwinds and then I find Longbridge Road means we're almost home. Longbridge Road means we're almost home. Longbridge Road means we're almost home. No matter where I go or where I roam, Longbridge Road means we're almost home.
Pitching change for Diamond Club, Liam McGrew, jersey number 31, McGrew, right-hander from Ralston Valley, right here, his home mound where he pitched high school ball. Bunt offering from the pinch hitter Donovan Robinson. Pinch hitting here is Robinson in the 9 spot for Lucero. And Liam McGrew back on the mound that helped shape him into his collegiate career, Monterey Peninsula Bay. Liam's destination. Breaking ball. Donovan Robinson, you could hear him up here, the batter, said, good pitch. McGrew will come at it again. Down in the, not in the dirt, but in the synthetic. Again, our thanks to Scott Sommerfeld. He's got the plate now, had the bases in the first game. Ted Dutcher flip-flopped with him. Robinson fouls it off. Donovan, Trinidad State. Collegiately. Donovan out of Pueblo West, Colorado. Robinson hammers that to left, and left center it sails, and that one is in the janitor's closet. I don't know. I'm running out of rooms in the high school back there as Robinson pinch hits and does it in style. There's that 10-run lead again in the 7th now. It's run rule math, but Diamond Club gets their last bat in the 7th. Lead-off bomb. Always fun for a young or matriculating player to hit a wood bat home run. Just feels different. Feels like you definitely earned it. That one was probably gone on some other parks too. That shorter fence has yielded a couple of home runs that wouldn't have gone out elsewhere, but that one was blasted right to the leaning rail and catch made in foul territory. Ball was hanging up over toward the Spradley dugout, but didn't get quite far enough for their interests. First baseman Kai Douglas over for the catch. Pop out to first base in foul ground, one away. Base hit, back through the middle. Kyle Miller with his, three hits? Third hit in the game for Miller. Double, single, single. He's got a sac pop out that was an RBI maker and a pop out to right in the fifth. Now in the seventh adds on his third hit of the day. Strike to Easton Turner. Easton holds up on a breaking ball that works out to the left side batter's box. Runner takes off, pitches in. Dossie is going to have to go quick on that. Kyle Miller takes the bag, stolen base to second for Miller. Two-one count to Easton Turner. He is smoked by that pitch. No getting out of the way of that one. Thing had him centered up. Warnings just went to both dugouts. Warning each way, and plate umpire Scott Summerfeld said no more. He said warning, warning, and one of the coaches asked for what, and he just said no more. Chirping going on. There's a shot down the right side. The cleanup man, Cordo, is going to clean up one of the runners and send Easton Turner to third base. RBI single from Kyle Cordo. Another run on for Spradley. First and third, one out. Getting your hacks, getting your reps here. It's how it works in summer collegiate ball. Every at-bat and opportunity defensively and offensively. Spradley not done yet. They've gotten to a dozen. Dossie is damaged by that foul shot. Max says, I'm good. And he knows Scott Summerfeld behind the plate would be happy to see this game keep moving along. Long day at the park on a doubleheader that's scheduled for 11 and 1, which theoretically then would have ended about 3, but over an hour of delays in the first game with weather, 2 different delays. Now have passed the 5 o'clock Mountain Time mark on a Tuesday afternoon in Arvada, Colorado. Strike tallied up. Willie Wilson having a day. This pitch bounces away. Wild pitch. Going to send it to the plate. Nope, didn't get it back there. And crossing is Easton Turner. Down to second goes Kyle Cordo, 13-1. Spradley. If you look back at that other double header from last week, Spradley scored 12 and 9, allowing 2 in each of those games. So this is a new high water mark here at 13 for the Spradley Collegians. Strike 3, and Willie Wilson, he kind of knew it. He was walking away before the call was even finished, or, well, started more accurately.
Now batting the right fielder, number 19, Joey Cardinal.
Joey Cardinal, 2 hits today, 2 for 3, walk and a strikeout, a couple singles. Cardinal wanted to add a home run to his tally. Dugout says, great swing, giving him some love. No lack of effort there from Joey on the hack, trying to go downtown. Hit it to the Ralston Valley High School auditorium. This morning, upon arrival, with that first game scheduled for 11 o'clock, earlier morning here on the soccer area to the east of the baseball field, there was a heavy contingent of soccer players and support people over on the pitch. Busy morning on campus. Again, big hack. Cardinal not getting cheated. Next up for Diamond Club, they get a couple days off. They'll appreciate that. Need to get their pitching a little rest. They don't play till Saturday. Today's Tuesday. They've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. 3-day breather for Diamond Club. They'll play at the Fort Collins Foxes on Saturday. 6 o'clock game in City Park in Fort Collins. And then again with the Foxes hosting the Foxes on Monday. That's 6 days from now. So just 2 games in the next week for Diamond Club. That'll probably be welcome, just needing to tone down the arms a little bit and get him a little rest. Cardinal stays alive. For Spradley, they don't play again till Monday, so they have, 5 off days? Ball will get into foul territory, and good talk from the catcher, Mac Dawsey. Got room the whole way to Tanner Gertz. Gertz gloves it in deep right. Fly out in foul territory for Cardinal. Takes us through the top of the 7th. Pitching change, catching change for Spradley Collegians. 13-1, their lead. To the bottom of the 7th, Diamond Club has Mulvaney, Hegedus, and Buckled scheduled to bat in the bottom of the last.
Hey, it's Max Alpha, head coach, manager, governor, executive, chief of Elite Prospects Gold Platinum Elite in my 5-ton pickup truck that I bought at Cartropolis. One of my 4 vehicles, one of only 6 total vehicles in the village of Sugar Lake. Elite Prospects Gold Platinum Elite tryouts are coming up. Be there if you want to be elite. We only take people who are better than everybody else. If you want to be the best, be at tryouts. Elite Prospects Gold Platinum Elite. Do not look at our record on Game Changer. We're the elitist. We will cover airfare for anybody across the globe who believes they're better than anybody else. We'll pay for you to be at our tryout. Don't miss it. Elite Prospects Gold Platinum Elite. We're just better than you.
Brock Mulvaney opens the final frame for Diamond Club, trailing by a dozen, with Mulvaney swinging first pitch. Lifts that to right, running back, reaching and making the catch is Joey Cardinal. Fly out to right field, 1 away. 1 pitch, 1 out for the new pitcher, Donovan Robinson. Donovan Played left field in the first game, batted number 9. Now here to close out
Third baseman number 9, Brandon.
the 7th frame. Catcher for Spradley in this final frame. Catcher change. Had Gage Wren back there. Looks like Carson Willard is wearing 25, if I got that. Yeah, that's right. Carson Willard written on the lineup card is 25. That's different than the original roster, but I think a jersey change happened there somewhere along the line. Carson Willard out of Aurora, Colorado, Trinidad State Junior College. Willard behind the dish, catching Donovan Robinson, who throws a looked like a knuckleball, something with nothing for spin on it, just came floating up there. Brandon Hegedus bats with 1 out. Andrew Buckled on deck. Pitch floats down to the ground. Ball. Train passes by behind us. 5 o'clocker running behind by about 8 or 9 minutes. I don't know if that's true. Sure it's not, actually. That train's right on time. Full count pitch. That's smoked to left and a leaping grab. Enough height out of Easton Turner at 6'3" to make the reach and the catch on the retreat. Ball well hit by Brandon Hegedus. If you're going to be out, that's a good way to end your day, is something barreled. And 1 out left in the tank for Diamond Club. 9 spot in the order, Andrew Buckled. So based on schedule I'm seeing, Spradley Collegians don't play again until Monday when they play 2 against the El Paso County Baseball Miracles. There's that. Is that a knuckle curve? That thing's got some funky rotation to it, and Robinson lands it. Donovan using his specialty effectively. 2-1 count. Bends that pitch toward the zone. Buckled fouls it off right side. That off-speed pitch hit Buckled. No runners reached in the 6th inning for Diamond Club, and now 1 does in the 7th with 2 outs. It's Buckled on the hit by pitch. Gives Tanner Gertz another chance to hit today. Gertz, 4 plate appearances in Game 1 and now 4 in Game 2. Ball 1. Bouncing pitch blocked by Carson Willard. Willard just abandoned the glove on that. Went full chest protector on the way short pitch that bounced well out in front of home plate. Ground ball middle. Shortstop gets to it, spins, and throws an accurate dart back to second base to close the game. Parker Hankins makes the spinning play, feeding Colton Wren. And Spradley Collegians sweep the doubleheader today. After trailing 2-0 into the 6th inning of Game 1, they rally to win that 4-2, and they dominate in Game 2, 13-1 in 2 7-inning games disrupted by 2 weather delays in the first game of over an hour. 2 separate delays combined to get over an hour of clock time burned. Long day at the ball yard in Arvada, and Spradley Collegians of Pueblo come out victorious with 2 wins. They've been chasing along at that, trying to be in that top half of the Front Range League standings with the first ever Front Range League Championship Series scheduled for August 2, August 3 in Fort Collins. Top 2 teams will gain access to the championship series, and Spradley picks up a couple wins, keep themselves moving in that upper part of the pack, trying to make a run at it. 13-1 in Game 2. Congratulations to the Spradley Collegians hitting the road and getting a pair. Thanks to Brian Falsetto, the head coach of Spradley, for his help, and Brad Mulvaney, head coach for Diamond Club, for their work. Scott and Ted umpiring, our 2-man crew on the bases and plate today. Front Range Baseball Network has more action for you. Again, reminder, tomorrow, nice busy day of 3 different venues. Greeley hosting 2 games on the network. Fort Collins teams hosting Prospectors and Foxes, each playing 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock at City Park. Will be the layout of games on the network tomorrow. Front Range Baseball Network. Subscribe and get notifications at Front Range Baseball Network on YouTube. Thanks for joining us today. Thad Anderson from Arvada saying so long. Spradley sweeps Diamond Club in a doubleheader, 4-2 and 13-1 on a successful road trip for the Spradley Collegians out of Pueblo. So long from Arvada.